Gurudev, we have some questions on fashion and spirituality from some eminent people.
First you tell me, am I fashionable?
Actually, Gurudev, one of the fashion designers has sent me a style statement. Should I read that out first?
Oh yeah, read it, why not?
So this is from Monica, from Jade. She says, for me, Gurudev, you are a living, breathing fashion statement. Your philosophy of mindfulness and slow living reflects in your choice of garment. Your groundedness, purity of thought and actions shows in the choice of the color white. The fact that you wear garments that are traditionally crafted are a testimony to your humility and love for culture. You represent and inspire all of us to live authentically even through our fashion.
Our body itself is compared to garment. Garment of the soul is our own body. And if the body is old, it appears old-fashioned because the mind gets bogged down with stress. The mind is fresh and new and body is ever new. It reflects that ever newness in the body is reflection of newness of the mind. So it's the soul which brings beauty to the body. It's the beautiful mind which makes the body robust and lovable, maybe. Isn't it? Yeah, go ahead.
So this question is from Anamika Khanna. Gurudev, what according to you is freedom in design and the expression of it?
Freedom in design is fresh thinking. If your thoughts are influenced by so many old factors and comparison, that's not freedom. It's not original. Original stylish does not look here and there. They're like the blinds of the horse. They only look forward and see what new I can create. And newness is really the fashion.
The next question is from Rahul Mishra. He said, please record this because this is a question that's really been bothering him. They say fashion is just a matter of vanity, but as a designer, I often witness a strange power of fashion that empowers a craftsman and brings joy to the wearer. Since ages, it has symbolically brought together cultures, craft, and much more. I often wonder and struggle to answer where fashion fits in the scale of materialism and spirituality.
Well, let me say one thing. Today, spirituality is the fashion. And it will remain the latest fashion for centuries to come. Let me say that to you. And on the material side, yeah, it's always cyclical. What is considered to be old-fashioned, after a few years, it starts becoming the latest fashion. And what becomes the new fashion or latest, as the wheel moves, that becomes old. Our mind always looks for something new, latest. Whether it is technology or fashion, it has to be progressive and changing. Change is the criteria for fashion. And as fashion designers, when you're alert, when you are fully enthusiastic and not bogged down by stress, you can't but create new things. And In the material world, it's a normal tendency of a person to want to be fashionable. There's nothing wrong in it. Yeah. If you see all the gods and goddesses, they all come with different fashion garments and attires and all that. So this is an ancient, yet very modern. There is a word in Hindi called Nitnutan. Nitnutan, that which is ever new. Fashion industry has to be ever new. Just remember that.
The next question is from Monica and Karishma from Jade. Fashion is often perceived as frivolous, but do you think it can serve as a canvas for mindfulness and an expression of one's creativity and self-expression?
You know, people are old and tired and they just want to relax, rest, and do the least and not to be bothered too much. They just want to do away with all fashions. Because old ways are very comforting and something new is invigorating. It asks for action, it asks for appreciation. And people who are so bogged down, tired, or stressed, they can't appreciate anything. So some people don't appreciate fashion, that means they are very worked out, worked up. What do you say, worked up? They are worked up in their mind. So never mind about what they say.
This question is from an eminent fashion journalist, Namrata Zakaria. We used to understand Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, or truth, virtuousness, and beauty as the path to reaching the divine. But somewhere along the way, fashion or the pursuit of beauty got left behind. It almost became a vice. How do you think we can bring beauty back into our lives, into our ideas, and into our wardrobes?
Yes. There are two attitudes when it comes to beauty. One is you honor beauty, you appreciate beauty, then beauty remains as beauty. On the other hand, when you see something beautiful, if it creates aggression in you, and if beauty creates aggression, possession, jealousy, and all gives a host of all negative tendencies, that is where society shies away from beauty. In some cultures, beauty should not be revealed. That say that you are veiled. What is the reason? Because the society was not capable of appreciating beauty, honoring beauty. So if you honor and worship beauty, you can't be aggressive about it. You will not be aggressive with the beauty. So instead of honoring, if you want to capture, seize, and be aggressive, your attitude will destroy beauty. Yeah. And this is what we had to remember, that the beauty should only create a sense of upliftment, but not negative feelings. Yeah.
Gurudev, 5 things that you'd like to see become fashionable or global trends, according to you.
Global trend. First, I would say more smile on the pageants who walk and exhibit beauty. Number two, I would say it's not just the garment outside, it's also the inner beauty that is very important to be awakened. If inner beauty is not awakened, it doesn't, whatever fashionable dress one puts, it it's like a corpse wearing a dress. So people should become alive, happy, joyful, you know, and they should match the dress that they are wearing. Often they may wear very nice dress, but their mind doesn't match. Their spirit is not matching that dress. So make sure your spirit matches. Like you're wearing the latest fashion, keep your mind as fresh and as new as your dress. Yeah, and don't dirty it. And then I would say, mm, let every country in the world have their own uniqueness in fashion. You don't have to copy the West or copy the South or something. You don't need to copy from other culture. You depict your culture and be proud of your own culture. Many times we think, people, they think, oh, I had to imitate what is happening in Bollywood, in Hollywood, or in America, or somewhere else in England. So why not your creation reflect your culture too? In Japan and China have held on to their culture much stronger than India. India also has been holding on. See, India has the most variety of colors, and garment industry of ours is really one of the top, I would say. We have colors, and we must be proud of, every culture should be proud. Same thing I would say if it's South American tradition or European tradition. You don't need to copy from someone else. Number two. And the last one I would say is be prejudice free and innovative. Yeah.
Lord Krishna says that the soul changes bodies like we change clothes. What fashion trend does the soul follow whilst choosing which body to wear?
I think I started with this. Our body is the garment of our souls. Yeah, our body chooses according to its karma. You can only buy that type of garment that your purse allows. Right? It depends on how much you have your bank balance and or how much you can afford to spend. Like that, your karma is the currency in which you can get your bodies. So make sure you have good karma and good bank balance before you drop this one, so that you can get one better than what you are having.
The last
And that depends on how content, how happy, how friendly, how compassionate we are. Yeah. If you miss any of these four, your friendliness, your compassion, your happiness, or your the ability to accept love and move on, these are the ones that determine your karma. Yeah. And you're holding on to the old stuff and all the stuff in your mind and get worked up with that and have grudges against people, I tell you, you are going in deficit. And your credit card uh, is maxed out. Maxed out, max. Then you should know that your credit card is maxed out. That's it.
Last question, Gurudev. I have heard you say that there is a need to spiritualize politics. Is it possible also to spiritualize fashion? If so, how?
Yeah, that's what we did, I think, the last few minutes, isn't it? We were taking our fashion beyond our garments to our minds, to our spirit, to our attitude, isn't it? That's exactly is what it is. Spiritualizing fashion is honoring one's roots at the same time um, honoring the spirit behind the fashion.